When you double-click a folder on your desktop, you are experiencing an interface illusion. Operating systems do not use physical boxes to hold data. At the architectural level, a directory is actually a specialized file. Instead of holding raw user data, it contains metadata and structural pointers that track the exact locations of other files and subdirectories stored across a disk. To function properly, any directory structure must accomplish 4 mandatory objectives. It must enforce efficient file organization, ensure rapid access to that data, provide robust protection mechanisms, and support seamless multi-user sharing. Building a system that achieves all 4 simultaneously is an escalating engineering battle. Designers are constantly forced to balance the desire for structural flexibility against the danger of extreme algorithmic complexity.
To understand how modern computing manages millions of files effortlessly, we have to trace the evolution of file systems from primitive, zero-dimensional topologies to complex, multi-nodal networks. Regardless of the underlying structure, every operating system has a core set of operations it must execute. The absolute baseline is the ability to create and delete directories. From there, the system must be able to search for specific data, list out directory contents, rename items without losing track, and traverse the entire structure systematically. To execute these operations, the system relies on a file path. This acts as a mathematical coordinate system, giving the operating system exact directions to locate a specific piece of data. An absolute path is a complete map. It traces a route from the absolute root down through every layer to the target file. A relative path skips the route, calculating a shorter route directly from the user's current location. The speed and efficiency of these search paths depend entirely on the underlying geometry of the directory, and early computing relied on the simplest geometry possible. Early operating systems utilized the single-level directory. In this model, the entire system exists on one flat plane, with every single file stored in a single master directory. For engineers, this zero-dimensional topology is incredibly easy to implement, but for users, it is mathematically unscalable. The fatal flaw of a flat structure is naming conflicts. Because all files share the exact same space, the system cannot allow duplicate names. If a user tries to save a new file with an existing name, the system rejects it, resulting in an immediate collision. To patch this collision problem, engineers introduced the 2-level directory. This design splits the system. A master file directory, or MFD, acts as a centralized bridge, connecting to separate, isolated user file directories, the UFDs. By placing users into their own separate lanes, naming conflicts are permanently resolved. User A and user B can now safely save different files with the exact same name because their local environments never touch. Yet while isolation prevents naming errors, it creates a severe barrier. Organization within the user's individual lane remains entirely flat, and true resource sharing across the system is strictly blocked by the isolated design. To solve the flat organization problem, systems transitioned to the tree-structured directory. This structure operates vertically. It establishes a single root directory at the apex, which then cascades downward into an infinite hierarchical layout of subdirectories and files. This hierarchy forms the baseline for nearly all modern computing. It provides highly efficient grouping and makes traversing massive numbers of files incredibly easy. But a pure tree structure is governed by a strict mathematical law. A child node can only ever have one parent. This one-parent rule structurally prohibits a file located in one branch from being natively shared or accessed by users operating in a completely different branch. To achieve true multi-user collaboration, operating system engineers had to purposefully break the strict rules of the tree and incorporate advanced graph theory. The next architectural evolution is the acyclic graph directory. Here, the hierarchical tree remains, but a lateral edge connects them, achieving true file sharing. The core feature of the acyclic graph is that it legally allows a single file to have multiple parents. These act as aliases, or symbolic links, letting different users point to the same original data. This mechanism prevents duplicate files from cluttering the system, saving vast amounts of local storage space. But this flexibility incurs a heavy complexity tax, known as reference counting. If a file has multiple parents, the operating system must meticulously count every active reference to it. This ensures a shared file isn't completely deleted from the disk while another user is still relying on it. The ultimate extension of this logic is the general graph directory. This structure removes all topological limits, connecting a bottom-tier file backward into the upper branches. This creates a systemic cycle, allowing maximum structural flexibility. But cycles have a severe algorithmic flaw: infinite traversal loops. If a search operation hits a cycle, it gets trapped, spinning endlessly through the same nodes and instantly crashing the system. Managing this risk requires highly advanced garbage collection algorithms designed to detect and sever infinite loops before they freeze the entire operating system. By pushing for maximum structural flexibility, the operating system is forced to take on dangerous levels of algorithmic overhead. This is a scatter plot charting the 5 directory structures we've discussed. It maps them across 2 main axes: system complexity on the x-axis and sharing capability on the y-axis. When we plot the flat structures, the single and 2-level directories, they sit at the absolute origin. They offer 0 native sharing capability, but they cost almost nothing in algorithmic complexity. The tree structure lands directly in the center, providing a highly balanced utility of deep organization without extreme risk. Finally, the acyclic and general graphs push to the extreme top right. They deliver maximum sharing potential, but demand massive computational overhead to maintain stability. The perfect directory structure does not exist. There is only the right tool for the right systemic constraint. Because of these extreme trade-offs, modern operating systems like Windows, Mac OS, and Linux refuse to rely on just one of these primitive structures. Instead, modern architecture is a hybrid layer system. Engineers utilize tree-based hierarchies as the unbreakable foundation, providing deep organization and traversal stability. They then carefully weave acyclic graph properties throughout that tree. This allows for seamless multi-user resource sharing without risking the systemic collapse of an infinite loop. A directory is a mathematically precise landscape. It is the invisible architecture that allows raw, unorganized disk space to become a functional, human-usable operating system.